Okay. Hello. Can I help you? Are you a cute kitty? You could be a cute kitty. You might be a cute kitty. But I don't know if you're a cute kitty. Okay. Yeah, silly butt. I'm a cat snake. Silly cat snake. Okay. What are you doing, buddy butt? You being a kitty? Of course you're being a kitty. You're being a cute, cuddly kitty. I think you are. And we love you. There you go, people. Cat butt right in your face. I can't see. Oh my. Oh, that kitty. Okay, he seems to be done now. Are you done? What are you doing, buddy butt? Okay. Alrighty. Oop. Come on, power cord, get out of the way. I need like a retractable power cord or something. Retractable power cord. Huh. It's actually... No, because it doesn't send out Bluetooth. Nope, never mind. Okay. Well, wife is getting clean. Bob Zombie is not here, and I usually don't have any other regulars. So, Well, I guess we shall begin the stream, shall we? We shall. Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to Aniki Streams, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations, Part 3, for December 1st, 2016. Wow, it's already Christmas time. Man, this year's kind of gone by a little quicker than I would expected it to, and I'm not sure if the next year is going to go by quick enough. We shall see. Okay, so let's see. What happened on our last stream? Well, we began a new case involving a thief who names himself Mask Damask. And turns out he's a little wormy guy, apparently, with a super hot wife. And let's see. And what happened is apparently Mask Damask stole the sacred urn from the last game that Pearls she knocked over while playing, and she tried putting it back together, and it went from Ami to I am, and so it's very distinctive, but it's also very broke, so why was it stolen? We don't know. And that's why we're gonna begin the trial, shall we? Well, there was also, let's see, the smoking hot wife, the wormy guy. Oh, yes! Larry Butts of Special Investigation Unit. He is the underling of Inspector Cabanello's Special Investigation Unit. Hence why it has the exact same voice, because, you gotta replicate your heroes sometimes. Just, what do they say? Imitation is the most sincere form of flattery? Something like that. Yeah, he showed up for some reason, and apparently he now works at the same place that the wormy guy, who is Master Mask's alter ego, I guess you could say, they work at the same place. Interesting. And then there was Look at Me, a guy who thinks he's really great, but all he really does is creep out my wife because of the magnifying glass on his eye. So. And Adrian, from who you may remember from the last trial of the last game. She's back. And she seems to be a bit more cheerful, relaxed. I think that's a good term. So I guess prison was what she needed after all. Who knew? Well, shall we begin? I think we shall. Okay, with the trial. October 13th, 9:36 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 4. Hey, Nick! What is it? Is something wrong? Nah, but did you see all the people here? It's crazy! Oh, look at this! I bought this mask-to-mask publicity photo. You bought that? Where? From the little tents in front of the courthouse. They have all sorts of things for sale. You know I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff. Mask-to-mask publicity photos stuck into the court record. Come on. What was his voice? Come on, I'm guilty. Throw the book at me. Who's screaming like that? Oh, Mr. Wright, you made it! Yeah, I did. But it doesn't look like things are gonna get any less ugly for you. Because I did it! I'm the criminal! Me! He's at it again. I sent the calling card to Lordly Taylor! I admit it! But you don't have the sacred urn, right? Well, that's true, but that doesn't mean that I didn't commit the crime. Normally, when I say of course you didn't, I'm being sarcastic, but you, yikes. Anyway, I admit that I'm guilty. So make sure they give me a guilty verdict, please. Oh, there you are, Ronnie. Bonjour, sweetie. Oh, Desi, honey, but bonjour. Well, actually, I don't really know why I should be speaking French to you at a time like this. Leave it all to me, Ronnie. I swear I'll protect you. You see, actually the thief is, Can I tell you something, Nicky boy? I can guarantee that my Ronnie is innocent. If he is declared guilty, I'll be ever so cross with you. So, why are you smiling when you say it? Well, if you'll excuse me, I've got some errands I need to take care of. I'm counting on you, Nicky boy. Good luck. Smoking hot. To be honest, I really don't know whether Ron is mask-to-mask or not. But there's only one thing I am sure of. He doesn't have the sacred urn right now. Mr. Littlelight, it's time for you to enter the courtroom. For the time being, I guess I'll have to trust Desiree. October 13th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom Number 6. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delight. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Oh. I gotta come up with another voice. This is, well, let's just say we were waiting for him. Well, let's get into some actual dialogue before I try and come up with a voice for him. What about the prosecution? Are you prepared to... What a stupid question. No. What a stupid... No. Yeah. What a stupid... No, that's too nerdy. Shit. This is going to be our stream. The entire hour and a half, me trying to figure out how to do this guy's voice. So, let's see. What a stupid question. What a stupid question. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. No, because then he sounds like Detective Gumshoe or my natural voice. What a no. What a stupid question. What did you say? Fine, let me ask you, Your Honor. Are you ready? Are you ready to pass judgment? No, I'm not. I will pass judgment after I hear arguments from both sides. Well, if you're not ready yourself, you shouldn't expect others to be. That's a rule to live by. Who are you? I'm Godo, legendary prosecutor. I've never lost a case. Oh, great, another one of them. Ah, he's the one that Detective Atme was talking about. Yes, your reputation precedes you. What kind of cases have you dealt with so far? None. What did you say? I've never prosecuted a case before. Never? But you said you've never lost before. Exactly. I've never lost. I've never won before, either. Quite arrogant for a beginner, aren't you? Even the mightiest of redwoods begin their lives as a mere sapling. Yes, but a mask in a court of law? Don't you know anything? No matter the man, we all wear masks. Either on our faces or over our hearts. This guy's the real deal, alright, Nick. Why does it seem like all prosecutors are the real deal? So, we finally meet, Mr. Phoenix Trite. Nick, is he a friend of yours? No, I don't have any friends that call me Trite. Just who is this masked man? I returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. Well then, Prosecutor Gobo? It's not Gobo. It's Godo, Your Honor. In any case, please give your opening statement. Opening statement? Those things are not fit for even dogs to consume. I have only one thing to say before we start. To you, Mr. Trite. What is it? Are you familiar with the saying, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link? I wonder, how much you can withstand before you and your case break in two? Well then, let's hear from the first witness. See, Detective Gumshoe right off the bat. Oh god. My name is... No one's asked for your name, witness. The important thing is what you know. That's all. Start talking. We're listening. Yes, sir. Alright, witness. First, let's hear about what you know about the thief that stole the urn. Yes, sir. Master Mask's crimes. Master Mask is a master thief that first started his crime spree 6 months ago. He's so confident that he sends his calling card before he even commits the crime. This was his 5th heist, and as usual, he sent a card on to Lordly Taylor. His pattern is to always go after only the most precious art pieces. That's why we're sure it was Master Mask, sir. It fits his MO to a T. M-O-T. First name Mr., middle name period, last name T. Oh, there's no one here to enjoy my humor. So then the actual identity of this Master Mask is... Mr. Godo, you're... Oh, yeah, that's this guy's thing. We're in the middle of a trial here, Mr. Godo. Blacker than a moonless night, hotter and more bitter than hell itself. That is coffee. I'm sure you can grant me at least this much, Your Honor. Oh, please, proceed. Very well, it's only coffee after all. What? You can't be let him slide this early in the trial. Proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Well, Nick, what are you gonna do? As long as they haven't brought up Mr. Delight's identity, all we can do is show that it wasn't Master Mask who stole the urn. Master Mask's crimes. It's a master thief that first started... Okay. Wait, what? So... Can I ask you a little something, Detective Gumshoe? Just hearing the little in that question is making me nervous, pal. You said that he always goes after the most precious art pieces, right? That's right, pal. But there's one problem. That's not what he did in this case. The supposedly priceless urn doesn't exactly rise to the level of precious art. What do you mean? Hey, knock it off. Nick, how can you say such a terrible thing? No, I meant from a financial point of view. I mean, it wouldn't fetch a good price. Well, Prosecutor Godot, what is the value of that urn? The appraisers I spoke to said they couldn't attach a price to it. And I mean that in the worst sense. So, in other words, it was not the kind of item that Master Mask would normally go after. If I understand you correctly, Mr. Wright, you're saying that the theft of the sacred urn was not the work of Master Mask. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Actually, all I did was point out the contradiction. The argument made itself, but... Well, first of all, we need to get to this issue cleared up. Was the last robbery the work of Master Mask or not? What do you have to say about this, Mr. Godot? This coffee here. It's my own special blend. I call it Godot number 107. I'm trying to decide whether to cut down on the acidity or the bitterness. That's the only thing I've got on my mind right now, Mr. Trite. What? If you're really a man, you should clean up your own mess. Sorry, but I don't get what you mean. If you're saying it wasn't Master Mask that stole the urn, then it must be someone imitating Master Mask's methods. A fake. Fake Damask? Fake Damask? That sounds so ridiculous. But I like it. Now, before I decide on my coffee, I do believe some proof is in order, Mr. Trite. Proof that the person who appeared at Lordly Taylor that night was actually a fake. I don't approve of Mr. Godot's behavior. His point is valid. Mr. Wright, we're waiting. Looks like I'm gonna have to prove it. I need proof that the person at Lordly Taylor that night was in fact fake Damask. Well, we got that security camera photo, not that one. Wait a minute. Aha! I knew it. No emblem. Proof is right here. And this looks like a photo taken by a security camera. But if you look closely, you'll notice something peculiar about it. Huh. Well then, why don't you go ahead and show us what it is? Go on, use this pointer and show us just what about this picture is so peculiar. Be right here. It's right here, of course. You mean, mask to mask? I have here a piece of reference I would like the court to take a look at. Isn't that the publicity photo I bought this morning? The problem I have with the security photo is the brooch on Damask's chest. Excuse me. A breach? Here? Bailiff, get my steed. We need to retreat at once. Brooch, Your Honor. It's a sort of clasp for holding one's cape on. A clasp, eh? Ah, I see now. But the mask to mask in the security camera photo... he has no brooch. That brooch is the same as the emblem on Damask's calling card and serves as his symbol. But the thief that broke into Lordly Taylor wasn't wearing a brooch. In other words, this mask to mask is a fake. I've been fooled again. Order, it's true, undeniably true. Detective Gumshoe, how could you have overlooked this? I'm sorry, sir. I don't know how I... Hey now. If you're gonna have to pity party, invite me too. Mr. Godo, you deserve some blame in this too. How could you have overlooked such a large brooch? Huh. The brooch you're talking about? Do you mean this? That's Mask to Mask's brooch. Where did you find it? Well, I've always had a good nose for evidence. I got it at the crime scene. It was hidden in the shadow of that big female Buddha statue. Buddha statue? He must mean the Ami Faye statue. Well, why didn't you tell me about that, sir? I've always put evidence away in my pocket. After all, it's the safest place for crucial evidence. This guy is one cool customer. It's a little early to be shaken up, isn't it, little lady? That friend of yours left pretty little hickeys on there, too. What? Hickeys? Figuratively speaking, of course. I'm referring to Ron Delight's fingerprints. Oh, great. Yes. Get that positioning right, of course not. What? What? The defendant's fingerprints are on the brooch? Order! Order in the court! Mr. Godo, let's see that brooch. I've grown attached to my metallic girlfriend here. Take good care of her. Oh, buddy. Yes, you're cute. It appears to have been torn off some clothing. There's a little bit of cloth left on the back. Obviously, there must have been a big struggle that night at the crime scene. Uh-oh, Phoenix, we have a problem. Damask's brooch added to the court record. You mess with Godo, and you get burned. He's been playing me like a violin. Well, Judge, I'm about ready to call my next witness. Huh? You're done with me? But I haven't proved anything yet. You've proven your own incompetence. That's good enough. That doesn't sound good at all. Bailiff, bring the next witness into the courtroom. Finally time for the ace detective to make his appearance, huh? 1 second is 1 drip of the coffee pot. Let's hurry it up. Shh! Silence! Now I see. It's all becoming clear. What's clear? Zwei! The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. What we have here is a judge and a prosecutor, a coffee maniac at that. Am I correct? Well, yes, that's correct. Not bad at all. You're the first person that's ever been able to penetrate my secret veil. Well, Sir Prosecutor, let me introduce myself. My name is Luke Atme, ace detective and rising star illuminating the heavens. Boy, these two make a perfect pair. They'd either be best friends or they'd tear each other's heads off. I've heard that on the night of the crime, you were all alone on security detail. You have heard correctly. My specially made monocle is worth more than 100 Detective Gumshoes. If Detective Gumshoe was worth anything, that is. So, 100 times 0 is still 0. Who is this guy all by himself, anyway? There must be some reason, I'm sure of it. Well then, tell us what this special monocle of yours witnessed. What I witnessed. It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed. That's when my nemesis, the infamous Master Mass, dancingly descended upon me. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. So, you didn't get a clear look at the criminal? My specially made monocle never misses a thing. However, that is limited to things that fall within my own visual range. But of course, that's only natural. I fail to see why the witness seems so proud of his performance that evening. Well, Sir Oldtimer, let me explain. We are not speaking of any ordinary thief, but of the king of thieves, the great Master Mask, my archenemy. That is what my instincts and my years of experience tell me. Very well. Proceed with the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Well, if that's true, then that doesn't make sense. Just after the date changed. But if that's the case... Mr. Atme, could you take a look at this with that special monocle of yours? Aha, this belongs to the criminal mastermind, my arch-nemesis, Master Mask. It is, in point of fact, Master Mask's brooch. It was found on the floor of the basement warehouse. I wonder how that happened. Ah, elementary, my dear lawyer. Obviously, it wasn't glued on well enough. Not quite. It clearly shows signs of having been ripped off a piece of clothing. Ripped off? Ah! We can only deduce that the thief struggled with someone that night. It's the only thing that I can think of. And there's only one person that was in a position to have a struggle with the thief. The only person that was on security duty that night, you, Detective Atme. Detective Atme, you must have fought with that thief that night. So, why did you lie in your testimony to the court? A witness, giving false testimony is a serious crime. No, wait just a moment, Sir Oldtimer. Don't talk to me like I'm living in a nursery home. I just remembered, Your Honor. I was just confused because I've been dealing with so many cases lately. The true measure of a man is the amount of work he does. That's what I always say. Nick, you can only handle one case at a time, isn't that right? You talk too much. Witness, so you're now saying that you and the thief fought? Hold on, that's quite enough, Your Honor. Excuse me? Save the big questions for the testimony. That's one of my rules. Indeed, I understand. I look at me completely agree completely. Fight with a thief. Indeed, it's true that I looked away for the door for a brief moment. However, look at me cannot be so easily discombobulated. Unfortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the other side and rendered me senseless. A true gentleman fights only with his own fists, but they were not enough. His first blow struck true, bam, and that's all she wrote. So, in the end, you did catch a glimpse of Mask to Mask? Correct. It was during his third crime that he struck me from behind. It seems that my memory has become a tad jumbled, so to speak. That's certainly understandable, I guess. I myself always get confused about which testimony goes with which case. That can't be good. Fight with a thief. Doesn't tell us a weapon from the side, and it's probably the thing. And that's not a no. Wait, what? Can you tell us a little more about what happened? My opponent was both powerful and vicious. You might say he was powericious. Powericious? I assumed the at-me fighting stance, but a sudden flash of light blinded me. That, of course, was checkmate. My opponent had bested me. What do I do now? Should I ask more about this? Yeah, you were blinded? So, what was this flash of light that blinded you? I was bathed in a golden light that seemed to come from the statue of the woman. Statue of Ami Faye, I'm guessing. Well, that wasn't very much help at all. Well, what do you think, Nick? Well, there's one thing I'm absolutely sure of now. Yeah? What is it? This Look at Me guy. He's definitely hiding something. But why? I think I'm starting to figure out what really happened that night. And about the true nature of this detective. Okay. Wait a minute. What is this at-me fighting style? I'm sorry, but that's a trade secret. I really can't say anymore, but I suppose I can tell you if I absolutely must. The main thing is to put your back to the wall. That way no one can get behind you. That's it? That's the at-me fighting style? Oh, well, Mr. Wright, what about that testimony? Yeah, sure. Of course it's important. We've learned a detective's secret technique, after all. Yes, indeed. I'll remember to use it if I ever take a walk alone late at night. Why the heck is he eyeballing me like that? It's creeping me out. Now then, witness, we'll go ahead and add that secret information to your official testimony. Put my back to the wall, but the thief's blow landed upon my third eye. What? Detective at me, your testimony is crumbling like a house of cards. Checkmate. What fun this is, sir lawyer. It is truly a pleasure to cross swords with you. And now, once again, you have thrown down the gauntlet at my armored feet. I believe this is what you said yesterday. No, the coward must have wormed his way in through the door, through somewhere besides the door. Then my arch nemesis struck me on the head from behind with the gruesome item here. From behind, huh? But just now you testified that he struck you on the forehead. I hardly think you could forget where you were hit on the head. It seems I've made another mistake. Detective Atme, that's not the only thing, or the only strange part of your testimony. What do you mean by that? For example, the very fact that you hid the calling card from the police itself is strange. It's almost as if you were afraid they were going to help with security. Geniuses such as myself have always been misunderstood, how sad. That's wrong. To err is human, to forgive is divine. Humans aren't machines, they have souls, feelings. They live, they die, they love, they hate. And yes, they even make mistakes. Hey, hold on, it's not as pretty as that. Whoa. His coffee was completely black, and not like coffee black, like black black. Really? What is it like then? Always chase a riddle down to the end, that's one of my rules. This is it. This might just be my chance to turn things around. Mr. Wright, what exactly is it that you're asserting? Very well, Your Honor. The defense asserts that... Mr. Adme is man. Answer is simple. It's all clear to me now. Detective Luke Atme's true identity is actually Mask to Mask. Yeah. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Excuse me. There are too many unnatural parts to Mr. Atme's story. He said he was hiding at the scene of the crime, which is why no one ever saw him there. And then, in his last case, he managed to outperform Detective Gumshoe and the entire police force to miraculously retrieve the stolen treasure. That's because I analyzed the crime scene data and made an exquisitely elegant deduction. I picked up clues that the police overlooked in order to arrive at a... Oh, please. The explanation is far simpler than that, Detective Atme. Truth is that you are, in fact, Mask to Mask. But Mr. Wright, this photo, it clearly shows Mask to Mask. The security camera belongs to the Lordly Taylor department store. He shouldn't have been able to manipulate it. He didn't need to manipulate it. He gained access to the warehouse under the pretense of providing security. Then he simply dressed as the thief and stole the urn. So, the ace detective is actually an ace thief. Is this true, witness? Damask's MO is pure genius, and so am I. Look at me, ace detective. And you're very clever to have come to such a conclusion. I am impressed, sir lawyer. What? Witness, you're admitting it? Nick, now's your chance. Yeah, it's time to put the last nail in this guy's coffin. Wow, this one is wrapping up a little too quickly, isn't it? Detective Atme, when you assumed the thief's identity... Oh, guys. Hey, Bob Zombie, how's it going? The eyes there. The eyes, those were what sold it. Godo Blend number 102, my personal favorite. Mr. Godo, just got home. Well, long day at work, bub. Zombie. The ace detective is actually an eighth thief. I smell a best-selling novel. There's only one problem. It simply isn't true. But Mr. Godo, Mr. Wright has made some very strong points tonight. I'm sorry, the eyes there blinking and that's just precious. I will admit my opponent has woven a compelling narrative out of whole cloth, but it is, in fact, nothing more than a patchwork quilt, Mr. Trite. If this detective really is the thief, then show us the proof of your claim. But it better be as hot and as perfect as the coffee dripping down your face. Long, and I did say long day, yeah. Well, Mr. Wright, don't just stand there. This court would like to see this decisive proof you have, quickly. Huh? Oh, yes, of course. That's the big rush. Are you alright, Nick? That man looks pretty rattled right now. I'd like to finish this right now if I can, but can I really do it? The decisive evidence that proves Mr. Luke at me is in fact Master Mask has yet to be found. Proof? Of course I've got nothing. Just what I thought. A man has to hold his head up high no matter how bad things get, after all. That sounds familiar. I see. I thought perhaps you had some evidence to back up your assertion. This is no good. I've got to stay on the attack. We'll never get another chance to prove that this guy is the thief. Don't give up, Nick. Think harder and try again. Okay. It's no good. I'm just not ready yet. But are you gonna just give up and let us lose this? So you've come to your senses, have you, Mr. Lawyer? I can't think of a counterattack at all. It seems the wow, really wrong voice. It seems the cloud of suspicion surrounding this witness has lifted. Mr. Godo, if you have anything further to add, then... Who? Who are you? That doesn't really matter right now, does it? Mr. Light, what are you doing here? Nicky boy, the thing you've been looking for? I think I found it. You mean that bag? No, not the bag. What's inside the bag? Well, that's... the sacred urn! Nick, it's the sacred urn! Wow, even a nice butt, man. Order, you, madam! That urn, where did you find it? You'll never believe it. It was in the office of Mr. Fancy Pants Ace Detective, Luke at me. Oh, Desi, you're the best! Sacred urn, updated in the court record, man. That certainly matches the paint. Well, how do you explain that one, Mr. Atme? Even you are gonna have a hard time weaseling out of this one. Pathetic. Mr. Godo, do you have something you wish to say? Yes, Your Honor. It simply amazes me how quickly times change. In the old days, a man was to be taken at his word. It's truly sad. You're still denying that Mr. Atme was involved? Before casting aspersions at Detective Atme, consider the young lady here. Your name is Desiree Delight, isn't that correct? Yes, what about it? How charming. The lengths that a woman is willing to go to save her husband is truly inspiring. What are you insinuating? As the wife of a criminal, you could have discovered that stolen urn anywhere. Including the office of the good detective here. Nice butt, man. So you found the urn. What does that prove? It certainly doesn't prove where the urn was before you found it.
What? I just brought it here from the detective's office.
Please, madame. This town is already filled to the brim with lies. Any more could only compound the tragedy we have been witness to.
You're wrong. I would never do such a thing.
Mr. Light.
Please, Nicky boy. You've got to help me talk some sense into these people.
There must be some way. I've got to prove that urn was actually in the Atme Detective Agency. Show fingerprints on the urn. I can prove where the urn was by the fingerprints on it. Fingerprints, eh? Oh, come on, now. Now you're really making me laugh, Sir Lawyer. Fingerprints indeed. May I go on? Good. Now, it would be perfectly understandable if my fingerprints were on the urn. After all, it was I who was guarding the urn in the first place. In any case, I am always in the habit of wearing gloves, as you can see. So, unfortunately, my fingerprints wouldn't be evidence of anything.
What about it?
What about it, Mr. Wright? This witness's fingerprints would mean nothing anyway.
Nick, what are you gonna do now?
I've come too far to turn back now. Atme must have brought the urn back to his office yesterday. And I'm sure someone must have left their fingerprints on it. The defense proposes that the fingerprints of this person should be on the urn. Well, we never touched it. She probably did touch it. She might have touched it. I don't think either of those two did it. Ron, don't know. Gumshoe, definitely not. Yeah, it was Mia. Mia did it. Well, he has the gloves, and we don't know what his fingerprints are. Certainly wasn't those two. Maybe us? We did pick up the... Hey, Red Rock! You finally got your Final Fantasy downloaded? Well, I guess... Sure, let's try ourselves. So what is all the fuss about fingerprints anyway? Mr. Atme, do you recall the events of yesterday?
Hey, Nick, come on, open it up.
Hey, wait a minute, we can't just open up his private property.
Don't be such a fuddy-duddy. This is an important investigation. Well, what's in there?
Hang on a sec, I'm taking it out now. Whatever it is, it feels kinda hard and smooth like my cock. Oh god. What's in the box? Dick in the box, of course. Well, hello there. It's true that I didn't get a chance to look in the bag at the time, but I did touch what was inside. What? You touched it. And I remembered very well it was smooth and hard, like my cock, which I can be happy to pull out, and we can examine and compare. Well, that was just... Your Honor, I'd like the court to examine the fingerprints on that urn. If my fingerprints are on there, then it proves that the urn was in Detective Atme's office. Well, even if your fingerprints are on the urn, it still doesn't prove when they were put on there, does it? Of course it does. What did you say? Not what I said, it's what Adrian Andrews, the person in charge of the exhibition, said.
I polished it until it was just about glowing. I thought maybe I could make it look more valuable.
She polished it that much, she must have removed any and all fingerprints on it. Wait a minute, it just occurred to me. That's in surprisingly good condition considering it should be I am, and there was all the cracks and whatnot. Okay, whatever. Anyway. If she polished it that much, she must have removed any and all fingerprints on it. And the only chance I had to get my fingerprints on it was after that. Yesterday, at the At-Me Detective Agency. Excuse me for a bit, I have to go to the restroom. I shall be right back. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. Yes, she finally got her new PS4 set up. And finally, I can get mine back and play PT once I get bored. Yeah, okay. Anyway, yesterday at the Atme Detective Agency. Ha! This blend, Godot blend number 107. We're back to that one again, huh? I've decided it's a little too bitter after all. Order, I accept the defense's request. Bailiff, take this urn and... Wait a moment, Your Honor. There's no need for that. No need, you say? Precisely. I already know Mr. Wright's fingerprints are on the urn. What are you saying? Yes, I finally broken him down. Yeah, because he looks broken, doesn't he? Okay, well, yeah, now he looks a little broken, yeah. Take a good look, everyone! Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown.
This guy is nuttier than fruitcake.
You see, it was me all along. I am the one and only Master Mask. I hope you all enjoyed my little performance. Hee 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 ha 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 hee hee ho hee 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 ha. Okay, this is a little bizarre. Well, Mr. Godot, what's Mr. Atme's condition? He's still in the lobby, laughing insanely, Your Honor. Wish I could enjoy the joke as much as he seems to be. Well, it looks like the matter has been settled. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of thief.
Nick, you were right after all.
Yeah, I guess Mr. Delight really wasn't the thief. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight.
You're wrong, I tell you. I mean, not exactly wrong so much, but actually not right is what I was really trying to say.
No, he's not. This can't be happening.
The thief, the sneaky, odious thief who's been stealing all the treasures. It's me, I'm him, I'm the one you want, I'm the thief, I tell you. So do it! Pronounce me guilty, please!
I don't know what kind of kangaroo court you all think this is, but... the true identity of the thief has already been proven. Please hurry and pass Judge...
What are you talking about? I already confessed. I'm the thief, I tell you.
Mr. Godot, don't just stand there drinking coffee. Huh. Hey there, Mr. Thief.
Yes, sir?
If you're really a man, then clean up your own mess.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I just don't have any idea what you mean.
If you are Master Mask, then prove it. That's what it means.
Yes, sir. I'll be happy to.
He says he'll be happy to, Nick. It's kinda cute. He's 100% committed to his fantasy. Good boy, just remember one thing. A boy only gets one chance in his life to become a man. I am a man!
I know that. I won't fail, I swear.
Okay then, talk. We're all listening. Oh well, let's all have a listen to this confession. Master Mask's identity.
The truth is, I've been Master Mask all along. I mean, you can't prove that I'm not actually Master Mask, can you? I don't have an alibi for the night the urn was stolen, after all. I donned my costume that night and dancingly descended upon the scene of the crime. Look, you can see right there in the photo. That's me! As for my brooch, I snagged it on the door handle and it got torn off, that's all.
I don't like the direction this trial is taken. But this is how every trial goes. At least with me, anyway. You're doing great.
Stop it, Mr. Godo. You're embarrassing me.
Like I said, you're only going to get one chance to testify, alright? But if you make it through this with flying colors, I'll keep my promise, too. I'll make sure you stay locked up in prison as the one and only true mask to mask.
Thanks so much, Mr. Godo. I'll do my best.
All right, Mr. Wright. I'm afraid it's time for the cross-examination. Mask to mask's identity. Truth is, I've been mask to mask all along. I mean, you can't prove that I'm not. It's not really how proof works. The one who has the burden of proof is the one making the claim. So it is in fact up to you to prove that you are in fact mask to mask, which this far you don't really have one. I mean, there was your wallet. Mr. Delight, this wallet belongs to you, correct?
Yes, it does. I had lost it somewhere.
Mr. Wright, when you find a wallet, you should report it to the police right away. No, you don't understand. This is an important piece of evidence. Evidence? Mr. Delight, when did you first notice that you'd lost your wallet?
Let's see. I think it was on the night of the crime. But I know I still had it when Desi and I went out for dinner.
This wallet was found at approximately 1 a.m. at KB Security Headquarters. What? Surely you're not serious. I am serious. Yes, I am serious, and don't call me Shirley. Oh, dang, he didn't actually do it. That would have been great. Well, anyway. This proves that Mr. Delight was, in fact, at KB Security that night.
No!
So if the defendant was at KB Security at 1 o'clock in the morning, then that proves that he has a watertight alibi, just like a dolphin's butt.
No!
Furthermore, considering the distance between Lordly Taylor and KB Security, it would have been taken 30 minutes to get there by car, according to Larry anyway. Well, Mr. Godo, do you have anything to say? And stop drinking that coffee! Come on, Mr. Thief. Don't let this guy beat you. Tell him why he's wrong.
You're the only one who calls me thief, Mr. Godo. Alright, I'll try. I'll do it. I will.
He's really got Mr. Delay all worked up. Yeah, he was like a kid at his first day of school.
Look, it's just ridiculous. Why would I have dropped my wallet at KB Security? Someone must have planted it there to make it look like I was there and not at the heist.
Planted it there? He's really reaching now. Mr. Delight, you probably dropped your wallet when you took it out to use this, didn't you? The keycard to the KB Security's CEO office?
No!
That was a pretty good try, Mr. Trite. Unfortunately, you've overlooked one small thing. Your cock? What? Motive, of course. Why would this thief go to KB Security in the middle of the night anyway? Well, Mr. Wright, it looks like you need some more evidence after all. Stupid kid. Now then, let's see your evidence. The evidence that shows why Mr. Delight went to KB Security at 1 a.m. that night. Well, that's because of the blackmail letter. Mr. Delight, I believe you've seen this before, correct?
Yeah, that's...
What is it? A blackmail letter. That's what it looks like from the contents. Blackmail? Yes, basically it says bring $50,000. Bring $50,000. Okay, no. That certainly sounds like blackmail, alright. At the time of the theft, Mr. Delight was dealing with the blackmailer himself. In KB Security's CEO office, a full half an hour away from the scene of the crime. No, 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 no! Order! 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 So, when the theft of the urn occurred, the defendant was at KB Security. It looks like a perfect case for the defense. You may see it as a perfect case, Judge, but to me... Well, let's just say that my Godot Blend number 107 impresses me a lot more. What are you trying to say? You say the thief was being blackmailed by the CEO of a security company, but did you actually investigate this CEO at all? Huh? Well, no, I guess not. Accusing a man of blackmail with no proof? I'm not sure what I think of that. Not sure what I think of that. At least I know. At least I know what I think of you. Good point. I'm not sure what I think of it myself. You claim that the defendant entered the CEO's office, but you will need at least one witness to corroborate your claim, Mr. Wright. Nick, I think we're gonna have to track down the CEO guy. No, we don't have to track down the CEO at all. What do you mean by that, Mr. Trite? There is someone else who can testify. This is the person who can testify that the key card was used at 1 a.m. tonight, or that night. And that is where Larry Butts of Special Investigation Units comes in. Who is that useless-looking young man? You don't remember him, Your Honor? Not exactly. But just looking at his picture makes the bile start to rise in my throat. Looks like he doesn't remember the case from 2 years ago. He probably blocked out that memory on purpose. Anyway, this man was working as a guard at KB Security that night. Oh? Question at hand is this key card.
Yep, that's a key card.
One second, I gotta back up and get a full set of... Okay.
Yep, that's a key card that was used at the building I work at, baby. According to the serial number, this one is used for the CEO's office. Oh! You need to get into that room. Every time you use that card, it leaves a record, baby. Yeah, it tells you exactly who entered the room and when. Oh!
As you can see, there's no need to investigate the CEO of KB Security. We should be able to discover the truth simply by analyzing this keycard's data. Good thing I have a pop filter. Sorry about that. Well, Mr. Godot? The name of the CEO of KB Security is Kane Bullard. I was unable to contact him directly, but I got the keycard data here. So, what does it show? Each keycard has its own serial number, and they leave detailed records of their use. According to this data, this card was used at 1 a.m. on the morning of the crime. Keycard updated in the court record. But that means it can't be Mr. Delight dressed as Master Mask in this photo. Huh. Looks like you're right. 2 minutes isn't even enough time to brew a good cup of joe. So then... Ron Delight was clearly in the office of KB Security's CEO at the time of the crime. The prosecutor's office is ready to admit that fact. Therefore, it's impossible for the defendant to be Master Mask.
Good job, you did it, Nick.
That's enough. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of thief. I think we've been here before. I think the game looped on itself. What's wrong, Your Honor? I'm ready to pass judgment. Before I do that, do you have any other objections? No, Your Honor. Very well. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Rondelite, not guilty. Wow. Hey, buddy butt. What's going on? Court is now adjourned. Blink, blink. October 13th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 4. I wonder if that was intentional. Courtroom number, or lobby number 4 for his death in Japanese culture. Anyway.
Nick, you did it! You were right after all. Actually, I'm a little bit of ashamed of myself.
Nicky boy! Oh, and now he's trying to eat the camera. Kitty, what is with you? Yes, I'm looking at you. Yes, yes. Kitty butts. Kitty butts. And so he nomps on me. Okay. And there we go, cat butt. More cat butt than you could ever admit that you ever wanted. But guess what? You can admit it, and you can get as much cat butt as you want. Okay, I think this calls for my secret Jack annoying technique. Bonk. And bonk. Okay. Ready? Okay. There we go. Okay, Bob Zombie, enjoy dinner. I think we'll be wrapping this one up here shortly anyway. Okay. Oh, Miss Delight. I knew you could do it. I believed in you all along, Nicky boy. I don't know how I can ever repay you. Hey, Poppy. Yes, you're a good puppy. We love you. Aw, shucks, thanks, Mr. Delight. I just know I'm blushing.
Congratulations, Mr. Nick!
Oh, Pearls. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Who is this woman?
Oh, she's nobody. She's just,
You're blushing! How dare you do this in front of Mystic Maya? You should be ashamed of yourself!
Yo, she slapped me.
Pearly. This woman is Miss Desiree Delight. She's our client's wife. Mr. Nick!
Yes?
You're even worse than I thought! Going behind the back of your own client?
No, you've got it all wrong.
I'll never forgive you!
Ow, double slap.
Well, anyway, all's well that ends well, right? We got the sacred urn back and the thief has been caught.
You're so right, and it's all thanks to Nicky boy here.
But actually, it was you, Miss Delight, that brought us our urn back. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Oh, please, you're embarrassing me. If we won the case, why does this guy look so glum?
But I am the thief. Actually, that's fine now.
What is it, honey? I did my best for you, Ronnie.
I know that, and I appreciate it, Desiree. But the thing is...
Come on, give the kid some time. He's just got a little touch of the blues. You know about the feeling blue, right, amigo? Mr. Godo, what are you doing here? Oh, come on. I just came here to say thanks to my newest buddy. You, Mr. Trite. Maybe you should learn my name before you call me Buddy. Well, playtime's over. Huh? Early this morning, the body of Kane Bullard was discovered.
Kane Bullard?
Where have I heard that name before?
Isn't that the name of the CEO of KB Security? Body?
The estimated time of death was 1 a.m. on October 12th. 1 a.m. on October 12th? You don't mean... That's right, amigo. At the same time, a cheap little urn was being stolen. The CEO of KB Security was being murdered. So then, what are you doing here? Oh, come on. You figured it out already, haven't you, amigo? Or have you already forgotten about that piece of info I helped you out with today? Help me out? What? On October 12th at 1 o'clock in the morning, Ron Delight was in the CEO's office, the scene of the murder. Ow, ow. After getting that blackmail letter, he must have been imbrued with utter rage.
What are you saying? Imbrued with other rage? Imbrued with rage?
Come on, don't tell me you didn't know it. Ron Delight was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard. An employee of KB Security? Yeah, we already knew that. It looks like that alibi, or it looks like the alibi that saved him from being convicted as a thief is gonna be the noose that gets him hanged. Kind of an anti-alibi.
No way!
He can't be the thief because he was at the murder scene when the murder occurred.
No, that's a lie. It can't be true. No, but I am a thief, I tell you.
Ron Delight, you're going back to prison again. This time, the charge is much more serious. This time, you'll be tried for murder.
What? This isn't possible.
Looking forward to another exciting showdown, Mr. Trite. You and I aren't through with each other yet. Surely you won't back down from a challenge. You've never been a coward.
Mr. Nick, is there something personal between you two?
I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. At least let me have some fun while I'm here. This guy, who the heck is he? He may be quiet, but he's the most dangerous enemy I've ever faced. Well then, time to say goodbye to Mr. Delight.
Nick, how could this be happening?
Right in front of our very eyes, our clan has been arrested for murder. And the one who established his presence at the scene of the was me.
Yeah, Ronnie!
They're arrested for murder on the very same day he's declared innocent of larceny. What's the heck's gonna happen next? Stay tuned, because we will find out more. Well, yes, I personally know, and like I said earlier, Bliven, by the way, welcome to the channel and chat. I appreciate the extra peoples, of course. But yes, I did say earlier that he's been a little quick to wrap this one up. It seemed a little, the last case, that took us about 2 hours to get through, and it was only one case. And last time on Tuesday, when we had the initial investigation, that one took us 2 hours. Now we're done. Oh, excuse me, in only an hour and a half. But we shall continue this on Sunday. Hopefully, we'll wrap it up then, but we shall see. We have to once again defend Ron Delight and figure out how we can rectify the fact that we got our client accused of murder. Very interesting. Will we succeed? Well, of course, they wouldn't continue on the series, but how will we succeed? That's the bigger question. Stick around and find out with us on Sunday at 7 p.m. That is minus 5 GMT. It is currently 8:20 p.m. my time, so you can adjust your schedules accordingly, and we shall see you then. Thank you, Bob Zombie. Thank you, Red Rock, and thank you, Blivin73187. I hope I said that right. It's a pleasure as always to have some help in this interesting little series that I do. And of course, thank you, the Cat Snake. You're the true star of this show, aren't you? Yes, of course. You want some pettins? Yep, you're purring up a storm. You're happy. You love some attentions, don't you? Oh, yes. But yes, we shall see you next time. Until then, be well, do good work, and keep in touch. Later.